NBA clown show continues. Now we all have been all over this Chinny Agumake, Monica McNutt women's Sunday thing they got going on. Let's be honest, people do not enjoy the product that they're getting with that. All people do is bash it. And then even when it goes up on YouTube, they get no views. People aren't watching it. And it appears that the ratings are completely tanking in left field. KC from Behind the Line absolutely broke it down. We got to get into it because ESPN they're making cuts. They're laying people off. Could this women's Sunday thing be next? I doubt it because of the optics. They don't want to make it look like they got rid of all of them. But the ratings are absolutely tanking in left field. We got to get to it, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into things. KC absolutely destroyed it here when it comes to this women's Sundays thing that they're doing. And I mean, people just aren't enjoying the product. They aren't enjoying the content. When they get clips uploaded on YouTube, nobody's watching them. Like the views for them to be getting uploaded on such a big channel, the views are really, really bad. And they're saying that the ratings are terrible now. Let's get into it.
As you have seen in these clips, Women's Sports Sunday has been disastrous for ESPN. Now, from a financial perspective, ESPN is making money. Like I've told you guys several times before, the WNBA is essentially free programming for ESPN. Any network who pays for the NBA, they are automatically given the displeasure of broadcasting make-believe basketball. But from a ratings perspective, from an optics perspective, Women's Sports Sunday is a constant source of embarrassment. The one or two games involving Caitlin Clark, they have obviously performed well for ESPN.
Obviously, the games with Caitlin Clark going to do well, but these other games, not good. And they got rid of the baseball where the ratings were pretty decent, pretty good.
But the other games where ESPN is featuring unknowns, where ESPN is featuring Paige Beckers, Angel Reese, who, according to the mainstream media, this is a dynamic duo. Have you seen Paige Buckets? Have you seen Me Bound Barbie? Wow, sir! These young women are huge stars! Games not involving Caitlin Clark are averaging 760,000 viewers. Last week, ESPN was given a high-profile matchup for Women's Sports Sunday. The Chicago Bravado versus the Atlanta Dreamers. Uncle KC, that's not a high-profile matchup. The Chicago Bravado are a flaming ass fire. They've only won 9 games this season. Yeah.
You would think Angel Reese return to Chicago or playing against her former team would be a big deal. You would think.
Yeah, the 2 years they had Angel Reese, impact player, the same Angel Reese who pretends like she is the best player on the court. The 2 years the Chicago Bravado had Angel Reese, they averaged 11 wins per season. So they are already on pace to have more wins without Angel Reese this season. They're actually building something in Chicago without the steady supply of bricks from Angel Reese. The reason Bravado Dreamers was presented as a high-profile matchup, Angel Reese was playing her former team. Here in a few months, when LeBron James plays the Lakers or the Cavs, it will be presented as a high-profile matchup in the regular season.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Because people will actually care. But when Angel Reese plays the Chicago Bravado, no one gives a shit. Last week, this high-profile turd drew 600,000 viewers. ESPN broadcast NBA Summer League on the same day. Summer League drew 680,000 viewers. Just think about that for a
Summer League with a bunch of dudes who ain't even gonna make the rosters.
Second, Summer League mostly consists of G League players and dudes who will never make the NBA. The vast majority of players are unknown who will remain unknown, yet somehow those unknowns drew a larger audience than Angel Reese, the supposed face of the WNBA. ESPN has lost millions of viewers on Sunday nights in prime time by dedicating themselves to the WNBA dump. Last week, Sunday Night Baseball on NBC, 3.6 million viewers. Now, I am no expert in math, but
So they went from a show, the show they got rid of was getting 3.6 million to 600,000.
it looks like Major League Baseball delivered 3 million more than the WNBA. Over the weekend, ESPN released a new documentary about the WNBA, which is something else that no one asked for. This was 150 minutes of content that should have never been created.
Yo, Casey crazy.
The documentary followed AJ Wilson, Nafisha Collier, and Dewana Bonner as they navigate through the exponential growth and the WNBA dump. What?
He's on to something, bro. He's on to something.
Keeping this polished turd known as Women's Sports Sunday. Mo McDougal is lecturing the only player that is keeping this polished turd known as Women's Sports Sunday from being flushed. Earlier this morning,
He's talking about Monica McNutt.
I pulled some television ratings for Women's Sports Sunday on ESPN, also known as programming that absolutely no one asked for. For those that don't know, last summer, ESPN dissolved their relationship with Major League Baseball. Sunday Night Baseball, which has been a summer tradition on ESPN throughout most of my life. ESPN dumped Sunday Night Baseball to make room for the worst sports programming on television. I would rather watch an armless man trying to swing a golf club than have to sit through 4 hours of Women's Sports Sunday. If you're not covering your nose to protect yourself from the toxic mouth farts released by Monica McNutt, you're having to disinfect the room from the propagandic perfume released by Shanae Agwumake. Remember last month when Alyssa Thomas gave Caitlin Clark a nice little jab to the esophagus? Remember when Al Thomas tried to introduce Caitlin Clark to the process of CPR? Kathy Engelbert suspended Al Thomas for one game after essentially being forced by Adam Silver. But instead of telling the ESPN audience that it was ridiculous that Adam Silver had to step in and force Kathy Engelbert to do her job, Shanae Agwumake, she goes on national television and she tries to defend Alyssa Thomas.
And that is part of the reason nobody wants to watch their show. It's a part of the reason. ESPN is losing millions behind those ladies. Crazy, crazy. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to KC behind the lines, man. Let's keep the vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.